We are on IBC 2015 on the Zacuto booth together with Jens and Steve. So let's talk about your new product.
Start over here. Jens, why don't you put that baby on your shoulder? Here we have our universal recoil with our control grip and our Z motor. Somebody took the cable off it right now, but he has zoom control of the lens. He has iris control here. He can control the menus and start and stop any camera on the market. There's 5 different cables: Red, Alexa, Sony, Canon, and right now he's focusing using our Z drive and Tornado. He's using the Gratical HD, but we also have our Gratical X now, which we just released here just before IBC. And the difference is it's half the price.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, you know, at $3,100 that's kind of expensive, but it's a very complicated product to make. It has 5.4 million pixels in the display the size of my pinky. Yeah, you've looked through it. It's the highest res EVF there is out there. The nice thing about the Gratical X is that people can just buy the features that they want. Most people only use 3 or 4 features anyway, so it's like you don't need to. I mean, this thing is feature packed. If you want the feature packed unit, get the HD. If you want to spend $1,650 and buy a feature or two, then get the Gratical X. The beautiful part of the X is that it is exactly no different than this unit, but a large part of what, you know, people say, well, why don't you just give them the features? And this is why, because the way that you design a product is you have this sort of R&D expense.
Yeah.
And what we did is we figured out, we divided the R&D into every single feature and the mechanical portion of the device. And with the X, you're only paying for the R&D for the mechanical portion, and then you're paying for the R&D for each of the features you buy. Right. Yeah. And in this unit, you're paying for the whole lot. And you have to work it that way. Otherwise, you can't just say, oh, here, give them all the features, because you won't ever make your R&D cost, and consequently, you'll never be able to develop products.
Yeah, of course.
So we opted for this option over the original plan, which was an HD and an LT. Didn't like the LT because the optics weren't as good and the picture didn't fly. And so we feel that this is the best option. You can get in at a low cost, or you can get in at a higher cost, but it's the unit that you want.
Yeah, and if you develop yourself and you want more, you can buy the...
You can always get more features. Jens is now holding here, slide in a little bit here. This is a product that we developed for Canon. This is the C300 Mark II, and it's an ENG style camera where he can hold the lens. It's comfortable. And it's not easy to do, believe it or not, because you know, if you don't have, you know, they wanted to. We have battery power back here. We've got wireless mics. We've got their AV unit. Without that, you're, you know, if you only have that, it's terribly front heavy. You know, and everything that we're about here is about balance.
Yeah.
So
look how I'm holding it. It's the traditional old ENG style here. You know. Hand on the focus.
It's a beta cam.
Fingers on the
zoom rocker.
Yeah, on the zoom rocker.
Yeah, I mean, this is what he's accustomed to. He likes it. Now here you can see that, you know, we've developed the lens support that's part of this new VCT Pro. Watch how interesting this is here. You can literally, and how the lens and lens support move together.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So. This is what we call our ENG camera, and it can be done with other cameras as well.
You call it the ENG camera?
Well, I'm calling it the ENG camera.
Okay.
It's now the ENG camera.
We just named it.
Yes, we named it. Now, I'm going to show, this is our Arri cage. This is something else that we're showing here. You can use this in several different ways. One is you can just buy the bottom, or you can just buy the top. You don't have to have the sides. But in the full mode, it has total camera protection. You can't nick or bang the camera up.
And for which Arri model is this?
It's for the Arri Mini.
Oh, for the Mini.
And the reason on this side, yep, he's got it here. On this side, it has it can take 2 battery plates. It can take an Anton Bauer or a Sony. You can also take one on the top, an Anton Bauer and a Sony, if you're going to be putting this on a Movi, a Steadicam, or on a drone. But again, you can use either the top, the bottom, or all of it together. So you can see here, this is a printed prototype of a camera. Look at this. So now, you can slide and get the camera balanced. I got it on. And the same with the top, with our top handle. You can move the EVF out or get the actual camera balance where you need it through a dovetail. Okay. So now the cool part about this is that the Arri Pro had a red plate when we showed you the ENG version. Here, the actual dovetail is built into this, and the reason being is because this camera is very tall.
Yeah.
So it's going to be top heavy and be a little wobbly. So the distance between the actual where your shoulder and the camera meets is a little more than a half an inch. So the idea is to keep this thing low.
Yeah.
And you can see when it's on your shoulder, it's pretty low. I can hold this pretty good. But, if you start getting it higher, it's going to start doing more of this. Yeah. So you got to keep it low. So that's pretty much what we're showing here at IBC.
There we go.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Victor.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Steve.
Victor.
Okay, dit was de Zacuto booth on IBC. Thanks for watching.